trigonometry. Okay, if that word just made your stomach do a little flip, you are in exactly the right place. Because in the next few minutes, we're not just going to explain it, we're going to make it so simple and honestly, kind of cool. Let's do this. And hey, look, if you've ever felt completely lost with this stuff, you are so not alone. It's one of those subjects that just seems to trip everybody up with all its weird names and formulas. And I'll be honest, I was once right there in your shoes, just staring at the page, trying to make it all click. But the good news? There is a way through all that confusion, and we're going to find it together. All right, so let's start by tackling the problem head on. What in the world is trigonometry, and why does it feel like such a huge hurdle in math class? At its heart, trigonometry is really just the math of triangles. That's it. It's all about understanding the relationship between their sides and their angles. And that one simple idea, well, it's the secret sauce behind everything, from building massive skyscrapers to creating your favorite video games. Now, to unlock all these relationships, we really only need three basic tools. Think of them as the three amigos, the core functions that do all the heavy lifting in trig. They're kind of like recipes that connect an angle to the lengths of a triangle's sides. First up, we've got sine, or just sin for short. Now, don't worry about the name, it's just what it's called. This is our first tool for connecting an angle in a right-angled triangle to two of its sides. Next in line is cosine, or cos. It works in a super similar way to sine, but it just gives us a different piece of the puzzle. It uses a different pair of sides from the triangle to make its own special ratio. They're a team, you know? Each has its own job. And finally, we have tangent, or tan. This is our third amigo, and it completes the toolkit we need to solve pretty much any problem you can throw at a right-angled triangle. These three functions, sine, cosine, and tangent, they're the whole foundation. I know. This might all be sounding a bit abstract, so let's make it real. Picture this. You're on a beach, you see a super tall palm tree. You're curious, just how tall is it? But there's no way you're climbing it. Well, this is a perfect job for trigonometry. All you need is the angle from where you're standing to the top of the tree and how far away you are from it, and boom, you can calculate its exact height. Okay, so we've met our three tools, but how on earth do you remember which one to use and when? This is where the magic trick comes in. There is one simple little phrase, a secret key, that makes remembering all the formulas unbelievably easy. And here it is. So-ka-ka-toa. Just say it out loud. So-ka-ka-toa. This one phrase is your key. So, real quick, let's talk about the parts of a right-angled triangle. The hypotenuse is easy. It's always the longest side, the one across from the right angle. Then you pick an angle to focus on. The side all the way across from that angle is the opposite, and the side right next to it is the adjacent. Got it? Now look at our secret phrase. So tells us that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. KAH means cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And TOA means tangent is opposite over adjacent. That's it. That's the entire secret. So you've got the secret now, but you might be thinking, okay, that's a cool trick, but seriously, when am I ever going to use this? Well, let's jump right in and see just how important this stuff is in the world all around you. Think about something as important as accessibility.
When an engineer designs a wheelchair ramp, they have to get that angle perfect. Too steep? It's dangerous. Not steep enough? The ramp becomes way too long. Trigonometry is exactly what they use to calculate that perfect, safe slope.
Or what about something even bigger? Architects are using trigonometry all day, every day. They use it to calculate all the forces and angles to make sure their buildings are strong, stable, and can handle things like earthquakes. I mean, this is math that literally keeps people safe. And it's not just in the real physical world. Oh no. Every single time you play a video game, you are seeing trigonometry in action. Game developers use these exact same ideas to build 3D models, to figure out how characters move, and to create those amazing virtual worlds you get lost in. It's the hidden math behind all the magic on your screen. So let's just pause for a second. In just a few minutes, we've gone from trigonometry feeling like this big, scary monster to seeing it as a really powerful and practical tool. Let's do a quick recap of your journey from confusion to confidence. So let's just boil it all down. What did we learn? First, trigonometry isn't scary. It's just about relationships in triangles. Second, our main tools are three amigos, our sine, cosine, and tangent. Third, the absolute key to remembering it all is that magic word, SOHCAHTOA. And finally, this math isn't just for class, it's everywhere, from building ramps to creating video games. The key now, just like with learning anything new, is practice. Start with some simple problems and just build from there. It might not all click overnight, and that's totally okay. But I promise, with a little persistence, you'll realize this isn't nearly as tough as it seems. You'll get the hang of it in no time. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you have the tools, now that you know the secret of SOHCAHTOA, take a look around you tomorrow. What everyday puzzle, like how tall is that building or what's the angle of that shadow, could you now solve?